I'm Mike, and this is ReMotorcycle. Right, so today's video is a tour of my traveling partner, Midnight. Now, Midnight is a 2016 Yamaha FZ07. And to be honest, an FZ07 is not the perfect touring bike or traveling bike. It was designed to be a sport naked bike, which, if you're not familiar, it's like a sport bike, but without all the full fairing. It doesn't have the body work. It comes with almost nothing that you see here. It comes with just a bare bones. I'll put a picture of a plain FZ07 on the screen. And the reason I chose the FZ07 as my travel bike, knowing that I had to put a million things on it to make it work, is because North America doesn't have Yamaha's other bike called a Tracer 7. We have a Tracer 9, which is 900 cc. This is 700-ish cc. But I want the 700. We have a Tenere 700, but it's super tall. It's more off-road oriented. All these different Yamaha products that feature this 689 twin engine that everyone seems to love. I love it. It's one of the best engines I've ever ridden. I want this powertrain as my travel partner, but they don't make they don't sell the Tracer 7 here. So the only thing I can think of is to basically make my own. So I want to share what I did to it with you. Maybe that gives you an idea. You can do MT07 as well, the newer ones. A lot of these things will translate. And so yeah, let's get started, right? Let's go. Let's figure it out step by step. I mean, the first thing I did, you might have saw my other video about the seat. The seat was just desperate. So with the help of a local resource, I completely replaced the cushioning in the seat, so it's a much more soft feel. And then I actually have this air seat on top of that, and it comes with a pump, and you can change the pressure in the seat, which is actually cool because on a long ride, sometimes it's comfortable to change. You think you've got it perfect in the morning, and then by afternoon, you want to add a little pressure to it, and it feels better. Having a variable seat is really makes a big difference to me. So I've got it set up like that with a seat. Okay, let's get a little more detailed here. Quickly, I've added the tank box. This is just a Harbor Freight case, and I used this plastic underneath here, under the tank. There's a plastic trim under there, and I just attached the box to the trim. It wiggles a little bit, but honestly, it's really secure. It doesn't do anything. And you open it up, and you've got room for all kinds of stuff. So yeah, waterproof box right up front here, easy to get to. Indispensable. All right, so moving rearward. What about this? Top box? It's more Harbor Freight. It's just a Harbor Freight, waterproof case. It's supposed to be like a camera case or whatever. I've got most of the foam out of it, and when I'm on longer journeys, this thing is totally full. I have some strapping in here. My laptop for work fits right in here, and then with this strapping, my laptop will stay in the lid, so I can open this up and my laptop doesn't fall out. Or you may have noticed this white bottle. That's a fuel bottle. So you might be wondering, like, if you're familiar with this motorcycle, you know that it has a divided seat setup. It's got a front seat and a rear seat, and they're separate. And you can remove the rear seat with the key. Well, I was like, how do I attach a box with where the seat is? Well, it just so happens that on Amazon, they sell like a trim kit that's right here. So this is like a tail kit. It would be oriented this way to the bike, right? It's like this tail kit that you would swap for the seat. It has a pan under it that mimics the seat, and it clips in just like the seat. So you could take this off, put the seat right back on, boom, boom, boom. And this was like $35 is all. And it's finished in black paint and everything. It's cool, right? It just has these 4 screws that it screws on with onto the seat pan. Well, all I did was buy it, undo the screws, because I took the seat pan that it comes with, which would be very expensive if you bought it from Yamaha. I just, $35. So I got this seat pan, and then I bolted my box to that alternate seat pan. So it's on the bottom of the box. See? So now I put this alternate, it's modular now, right? Here's my other seat. Here's the factory Yamaha seat. I didn't touch it. It's fine. So I could put it like this. I'll show you here. Ta-da. There, see, you got your Yamaha seat and then the other seat pan with the box on it. So I can just swap them back and forth. If I want to take a passenger, just put the seat on. But that gives me the opportunity to have that box on there, right? So how cool is that? So that's the top box solution, is you use an alternate sport accessory, steal the seat pan from it, bolt your box to it, and then you have the box basically locked on the bike. I'm going to put it back on here, which takes a little effort because it's pretty tight. So you have to do like the like you're doing CPR to it to get the little clip to there. Done. Okay. So there's that. All right, now what about luggage? If you're going to tour for reals, you need more than just this top box. You need some side bags. I don't have them out here, but I've got some waterproof roll top side bags that just have handles, and they're designed to go over like a shell and strap together and just be on the bike that way. They're not like snap-on or anything like that. They don't clip onto, there's no framework back here, which is a problem because you don't have any place to attach a hard case or a soft case really. So I've come up with a solution for that. This bike has got this tail tighty anyway already. And so I put some brackets back here, just aluminum as part of this tail tighty. And then I took the foot pegs out. And then I took some aluminum stock. And I set up this system where I've got pins. So if you're ready to go touring, so you just take the pin out, and it goes where the passenger foot peg would go, like that. Put the cotter pin in the bottom, right? And then same thing up top here. This pin goes in here, and you just pin it off. So I've got this bar here now, and I've got a hook here on the top box. Of course, the top box weight capacity is the same as a passenger because it's on the seat. So I can load this with bags, hang them here, put them down, fend it off by these bars, strap them together, and now I've got basically full luggage. And when you could even, let's say you're doing like a multi-day deal where you're going to be a couple days in one place. So you're going to do some riding and you don't need your bags. So if you don't want these bars on, you just pop your pins, right? Right? You could put these pins in the hotel room or the bars. And now you could go for a sporty ride with your clean looking bike. You like it? Pretty cool. So that's how I do the luggage deal. All right. Takes care of that problem. Luggage check mark. All right. Little details, just quickies, right? Like a center stand. FZ07 does not come with a center stand. That helps with chain maintenance, repairing a flat if you have one. Of course, we're tubeless, so I could just do what do you call a plug? I've got a pump and stuff, air pump. The kickstand, I put one of these giant feet on it. I don't know why motorcycles don't come with like a foot like that. All right, so check this out. Moving forward, I wanted auxiliary lighting. It's important to me. I get caught in the nighttime sometimes, especially toward the bookends of the season. The days are much shorter. It's very easy to ride into the evening into the darkness. It's also very easy to have something happen where you're not going to make it to where you want to make it in the time you think. That's life. That's travel life. You're going to be riding in the dark. So these auxiliary lights are super powerful. They have low and high beam. They work off of my low and high beam switch, and they probably triple the regular light and make riding at night just like a car. But where to mount them is like the problem. So these are like the frame sliders. So another thing I found on Amazon, they're just frame sliders for the FZ07 or MT07, and they look like they're 3D printed. They're just plastic. They're hard plastic. So I just bolted those on here, and that gave me a super easy place to mount these lights. Since they're plastic, I could easily drill a vertical hole through and bolt these on. So the lights are bolted on and everything's good. All my electrics are all buried inside, and they work great. So if you want some auxiliary lights and you don't have any place to put them, maybe think about frame sliders, and now you have mounting place. I've got some handguards on here. I'm a big fan of handguards, both for wind, bugs, rocks. You just won't, rain, any kind of, they're great all the time. I don't understand why bikes don't always come with handguards, but this one doesn't, of course, so get those on there. I've got, a little mount up here for my camera so I can share these adventures with you. I did a bar riser, so I sit up a little bit. I'm not a young kid anymore, so I wanted to sit up a little taller. If I had a Tracer 7, like we talked about, the handlebar would come a little higher from the factory. So again, I'm in the theme here, trying to make my Tracer 7. So we got a little 1.5 inch rise in there. Got a power point up here with little voltmeter and 2 USBs. So I have a USB for the camera and a USB for this RAM mount, which is for my phone. I like having the RAM mount with you just put your phone in, right, and it starts charging. And I love how you can get in and out of this with one hand, because a lot of times I want to take a picture, stop on the side of the road, beautiful lake scenery or whatever, and your phone's in here, you're like, I need my camera, this is my camera. And so if you have to take it off with two hands, you have to be in neutral, and like, I can just be in first gear, hold the clutch, and just grab my phone, flip to camera mode, boom, take a picture, pop it back onto my maps, and ride. So that saves a lot of time. And having the wireless charging is sweet, because you have 100% battery whenever you get where you're going somewhere. All right. The windshield is a Madstad. It's humongous. It's super huge windshield, admittedly. The headlight on the FZ07, the stock light, it's just a single bulb, high, low beam, one at a time. Forget that. They've got all these aftermarket options now. This has got, high and low that illuminate together. So you add the high to the low, so you get double the light. It's got running lights. It's got built-in turn signals. It looks really cool. It's got the right, nice crisp white color. I love the modern LEDs. So now the whole bike is LED, tail light, turn signals, running lights, driving lights, high, low beam. Everything's LED. It looks modern. It looks like it could be a 2023 or whatever. But yeah. So FZ07, highly modified into the closest thing I can get to a Tracer 7. Possibly the only one like it. I've not seen one like this in this configuration at all anywhere else. If you have, or you have one, comment below. I want to see it. Tell me. Let's check it out. Find me on Instagram. I'm ReMotorcycle on YouTube. ReMotorcycle on YouTube on Instagram. If you want to show me your cool Tracer wannabe. Is that what that is? I think it is. It's a Tracer wannabe. Anyway, midnight. So I can't wait to see you on the next adventure. Show you where we're going. Summer's burning. I got trips planned. Longer ones, shorter ones. We're going down the road. If you're ever wondering why I'm so comfortable when I'm on the road, why when I get places I still have tons of energy, it's because of all these modifications that make traveling so nice. And then you've got that sport bike down inside when you want it. You just brought it with you in comfort. That's midnight. All right. All right. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like. We'll see you on the next one. Have a good one.